welcome back to Parmfam Custom Woodworking. I'm Matt, and today we're going to get into building of my outfeed table. We're going to start in part one because they're both kind of long videos. So part one is going to be the construction of the top, how I got to it, what we had to go through to do it. And then part two, we're going to go into building the base, building the drawers, and all that goes into that as well. So come along for the ride, let's see how we build this. Alright, so this is what I'm going to use for the top of my outfeed table. The overall length of it was 6 feet and it's about 39 inches wide. It's cut pretty bad. So as you can see, it's got a really big bow right in the middle of it right there. That's not going to work. I want it to be super flat. I'm going to use it for an assembly table as well as an outfeed table for a little bit until I get a bigger assembly table built. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this into strips. And I'm going to do 4 strips on it because my planer only takes up to 13 inches. And I want to make sure I'm going down one of the existing seams on here. And I'm going to send it through my planer to hopefully flatten it out and get it all to one uniform level. And then I can go from there. So now with this piece, I want it to be 38 7/8 before I cut it. So I need to cut this one down right in half, and then I'm going to split these 2 halves in half, and that way I can rip them all down, and I'm going to put them on the outside edge of that, and that'll give me my change. I want to change the configuration of it so I have 4 foot by 55 or whatever, and it's about the same width as my table saw, but it'll give me 4 foot out from. Alright, I'm going to finish cutting these up, and then we'll get going in the planer. Alright, now we've got them all cut down, and I'm going to go ahead and put them through the planer. So here's the other half, well, another portion of the new top that I'm going to be putting together. So I'm going to glue these 2 sections together, 2 of them right here. So we're going to get these glued up, and then we'll get them all put together as one big piece here in a little while. Tip this down. Line up the ends. All right, we'll go ahead and put a couple clamps the other direction. Actually, let me clean off that squeeze out of there first. A little bit of a damp towel. Sometimes it helps take the glue off a little better. All right, so we'll go ahead and put some clamps across the other way. All right, we're gonna let these go ahead and dry, and then we'll go ahead and get them out of these in a couple hours and see what we can do. I've got the top glued back up in partial pieces, and now I need to straighten up this edge so that I can glue the 2 of these together, that I can then glue them on the end of the other piece. So I'm gonna put it here on my table saw sled, and that'll trim off this piece, and it'll give me a good 90-degree edge there, and then hopefully I'll be able to join them together with them from that point. All right, there's our 90 on that side. Now we'll go ahead and get the other one, get that 90'd up, and then we'll get these glued up. All right, pretty neat. Just took off a little thin layer. So now I go ahead and get these 2 put together, glue up this seam, and then I'll be able to rip down that one last edge and then glue it all up. All right, so I've got them set up in here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue this seam right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't match up just perfectly. It throws me off just a little bit, but that's what we're gonna have to work with. So I'm going to try and line up this outside edge as close as I can. And then once I get done with it, I can run it back through the table saw to square up the edges on it. I'm going to put some glue on. Bring that clamp in a little bit. So I got to make sure I keep this level. So I'm going to take this little clamp and put it on this side to keep these 2 seams tight up and down. Do the same thing over here. And I'll tighten these up a little bit more. Okay. Feel good and tight. Lighten her up a little bit. It's starting to bow on me in the middle. And then run 2 clamps back the other way. We'll let that dry, and we'll go from there. So we took the one out of the clamps. Turned out pretty good. Do a little bit of sanding. That one squared right away. We got this one over here. We're gonna get this one out of the clamps. All right, so we got these pieces all straightened out and glued up in 3 sections. And now I'm gonna glue them all together in one. And hopefully, after that, we'll go ahead and flatten her out and have a countertop. All right, now we've got these all glued together, or glued. Let's see if we can lay them down and somewhat hooked up in these clamps. Alright, we've got that glued up. We'll go ahead and let that dry, come back and pull it out of here tomorrow. So she's set up overnight. We'll go ahead and take the clamps off and see what we got to work with. Not as flat as I was hoping. Now I gotta figure out a way to flatten this, which is what the other stuff I was doing was supposed to do. But, alright, so what I'm gonna try and do is I gotta build a router sled and flatten this with a router sled. So I leveled my base down here, and now this is level, and now I need to build a router sled on here somehow and try and flatten this. So guys, so on the countertop, I've been working on it. We had this and I put it down, we had them all together, and I sectioned it up to run the router sled over it, try and flatten it out, and I thought it was pretty good. I was going to run one more time, and when I went to run it the next time, it started gouging it and tearing into it and went way out of whack. And you can kind of see one of the, like I fixed them some, but here's one, it gouged right in. And what it was is that I had it on another table, but it was pushing. You know, I go to do the center of it and it pushed down. And then when you get off, you know, you move off it, it would come back up and gouge right into it. So I tried a few different things and I just couldn't get it to work where it was. So I took it apart, I cut it back into littler sections, I trying to flatten them out. So what I did is I had them on this table over here, and I had 2x4s on it the long way. And what I come to find out is that those 2x4s, I couldn't get them level enough, so it kept moving on me. And so I took them back off, I cut it all into little pieces, I put it on here and I leveled them up, and I ran my router sled on them. I have one left. I have one left to flatten right here. So I'm going to do that one today. I did these other four sections, and these have come out just about perfect. So I've got these this way. I'm going to run the router sled on the other piece over here, and then I'm going to run all these back through the planer and do the bottom side of them, and maybe one more run on the top of these and get them all to the, I'm down to almost an inch on this one now. This one's just about an inch thick. So I'm gonna try and keep them around an inch, and then I'll marry them up with a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood. I'll get them all back together. When I put them back together this time, I'm gonna go ahead and put dowels in here. So they'll keep my reference surface level, and then I can put them all together, put a piece of 3/4 inch plywood to the bottom side and glue it, and then I'm gonna wrap the outside edge of it with a piece of 3/4 inch wide by however deep it is, 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 when I'm done. So this is my setup. So this is how I have it set up now. So I have the 2 rails, and then I have my sled, the piece in the middle. I got a few blocks on either side supporting it, clamped down, and then I have it here where it's jigged up so I get no movement out of the bottom. And you can see how it's, you know, I tried to flatten it with this before and I had some problems. There's that one. And then you can see that ridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and flatten this one out now. You can see how the router sled works. The sled works right as long as I have it set up right. So this is live and learn. I've never done it before, so this is what we're doing. So I'll go ahead and let you guys see how we're going to run this and see how it works. And we'll go from there. It does throw a ton of sawdust. So there we go. Now we're going to go on to the planer. Alright, so I'm going to mark it up with this pencil, see if I'm touching all the sides of it. Alright, so that took all that pencil mark off there. So I hit every area, and hopefully this side should be flat. I'm going to run it through once on the other side where I flattened it, and then I'm going to call this one good until I get them all this way, and then I'll get them to one uniform size. I went ahead and I got it all flattened down. I cut them back up, ran them through the router sled to get the tops of them flattened out, and then ran them back through the planer, flattened down the bottoms, got them all back down to a uniform thickness. Ran them back through the table saw to square the edges up, make them true. And now I'm running my dowel jig on it and run dowels in the edges of this. And what that'll do is it'll keep it, hopefully the top all flat and not give me any warpage in it. Help line it up. Just like that. Then you just undo it a little bit. Run it down. Put this in. Make sure it's butted up tight to it. Tighten it up. And that's it. So we got all the dowels drilled. Now I'm going to start putting them in and start putting this thing together. I'm just going to put just a drop of glue in here at first, and then I'm going to pound my dowels in. And then I'll set it down and go ahead and get it set up. All right, so I'm going to start spreading glue out on here, and hopefully this time it'll all turn out. And then we get into the rest of the build. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try and get these two laid down. All right, so those are together. Go ahead and see if we can draw this in. Might have been a little too much pressure on her. We can get some of the squeeze out over here. I'm gonna let this dry overnight. Come back out tomorrow and see where we're at. This next day, let's go ahead and see if this is dried up and what it looks like. Got a little bit of glue squeeze out we gotta clean up. We'll go ahead and get the sander out and sand this up. Get that cleaned up. Looks like the dowels did their job, kept it all nice and flat. I don't know if you can see the seams in here are nice and tight and flat, just like we were hoping for. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cut a piece of plywood. I'm going to laminate a piece of plywood to the bottom side of this, and then I'm going to get it back up to the girth that I want, the thickness that I want. So we're right now at 48 inches by 55. Alright, so there's the cut. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some glue to the back of the tabletop, and then we'll go ahead and get this put on there. I'm going to try something a little different. Go ahead and put this glue on here. I'm going to try and spread it around with my hand. Let's see how it works. I've never tried this before, but I'll do half of it at a time. Just starting to get a little tacky, so we're going to go ahead and bring our sheet over, get it put on. So I'm going to clamp it on some of it here to get it set. And once I get where I want it, then I'm going to go ahead and drive screws into it. So what I'll do is I'll set out a grid pattern on here, and I'll put a screw in here every 6 inches. I'll come off the sides 1.5 inches, and then every 6 inches after that, put a screw in here. And that'll basically act as my clamps for right now. So the plywood screwed to the bottom with glue. Now we're going to go ahead and trim the edges, square this up, and then we'll get it cut down to the final size, and then I'll start going ahead and making the final trim for the outside edge of it, and voila, we should have a tabletop. Alright, so we got her cut to size, sand her down a little bit, and then I'm gonna put some black stain on it. I'm gonna go ahead and sand this. I'm going to sand it with a 120 to start, and then I'll probably go to a 220 and then on to a 320. There's going to be hours of fun. When I get her done sanded, I'll bring it back in and I'll go and do the stain. Just about ready to go. There we got a coat of the stain on there. We're gonna go ahead and let this dry, and then we'll decide if we're gonna put another one on or not. I might let it go just like this. I kind of like it. All right, so we need to make an edge banding for this so it doesn't, you know, chip up. Plus I wanted a difference of color in it as well. So I have this 3/4 inch maple, hard maple. I'm gonna rip this into 1 3/4 inch strips, and then I'm gonna band it on here. All right, there's our 4 strips. Now we'll go ahead and get them sized and put on. So I want to put some clamps on here to hold this thing. I can get it lined up right on the front. Let's get this thing going. I've had enough of this table. This thing has been taking me for a long time. And the top alone is enough to give me an ulcer. Of course, I've been learning new stuff with it. You know, learning new techniques and yada yada. But it's just taking forever, it seems. So I'll be happy to get this thing done. Not to mention it'll make my workflow go so much better. All right, I'm gonna get a little glue on here. Air nail it on there and hope she stays. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get this baby put in. 1 out of 4, not too shabby. Alright guys, got one last side to go on here. Now we got that on there. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it down, clean it off, and try and get it ready to put some stain on here. Or not stain, but poly. And I think once I get the poly on here, I'll go ahead and probably wax it after that. So I got some Varathane triple thick polyurethane. I'm going to do it in it's a clear satin. It says 1 coat of this is the same as 3 regular coats. So we'll see. Got my first coat on here. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry for a little bit. I'll come back, probably hit it with some 320 or 220. Give it a quick sand, clean it, put a second coat on. It says I only need 1, but I'm going to put on at least 2. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, so this is dried up pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and give it just a quick light sand with some 320. And then wipe it down and put another coat on here. That. All right, now I'll go ahead and get a second coat on. All right, so there's set coat number 2. We'll go ahead and let that dry, buff her down a little bit, maybe wax it, see how she looks. So, bring us to a wrap on this part of the project. We've completed the top, and as you can see, it does have some wear and tear on it already because I'm filming this in January of 26. I completed the project in May of 25, so I have been using it on several projects, and it has worked out amazingly. It's helped my workflow, it's helped projects get done, the nice level surface of it helps, and it's held up, it's very durable, it's held up very well, and I just love it. So, as you can see, we're completing this part of the project, and we're going to be moving on to part 2 in the next video. You're going to see building the base and then getting the top put to that, finishing all that up. So back and watch part 2. You'll see the finished part of the outfeed table. I appreciate watching the video, guys, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.